welcome back to Killer Film Reviews. Today we're going to talk about the movie Operation Fortune Ruse de guerre. I like some of the top actors and actresses from this film: Jason Statham as Orson, Aubrey Plaza as Sarah, Carrie Elise as Nathan, Hugh Grant as Greg, really fantastic job as Greg, Josh Hartnett as Danny Francesco, Bugsy Malone as JJ, Eddie Marson as Knighton, Peter Ferdinando as Mike, Nicholas Facey as John, Lourdes Fabriz as Emilia, and Ian Bartholomew as Baker, Sam Douglas as Saul, Oliver Wolfman as Arnold. This whole film functions like a heist movie pretty much, where they're trying to get back an expensive piece of hardware. You learn what the hardware is when you watch the film. I don't want to give away too many plot points. I feel like Audrey did a good job of just standing out among the cast of guys that were on screen instead of Jason Statham, but I really like Audrey's character quite a bit in this film with all the sass and the jokes. If I'm saying that right, Aubrey's character, yeah, really helped shine as Sarah in the film. And I must say, I was having a lot of fun watching the Mike character's various deeds. It was always a Mike versus Orson kind of a thing, and Orson kind of acts like the guy who likes to get a lot of freebies out of the main head of the team, which would be, I believe it would be John, played by Nicholas Facey. I feel like this whole movie rather was pretty interesting for its action scenes and for its development of the plot. I really like the character of Greg and his little quips here and there. You kind of see this as more of like a funnier take on like the Fast and Furious recent films, like those Spykeeper films. It's kind of like a more fun take on that, I would say. It's more funny than the normal film. Danny Francesco was funny too. The fellow who played him, Josh Hartnett, did a really good job of playing Danny Francesco. I really enjoyed that character's development throughout the movie. I honestly want to see a second act of this film because it was so good in my honest opinion, but I believe it'll just probably be a one-act film. But it was really well executed, I would say, because the whole opening has like a man just walking and you're hearing the little action scenes going on and stuff, and it's funny to watch. The character of Mike is funny too. You just kind of see he's kind of all over the place. Like, you're going throughout the film thinking, oh wow, what's gonna happen next? And it's like really funny watching them all in action. You know, they kind of all bounce off each other, and JJ's hilarious too. He's just like the expert marksman. Hopefully the actor that plays him, you know, is in more films. You know, but Jason Statham does stand out a little bit as being the funny guy with all the different plot points that happen. But a lot of it is just crazy. You see the characters just kind of develop throughout the film and get a little bit more experience because their build is more kind of amateurs at the start of the film, like JJ's character, JJ, and Sarah's characters are kind of like more middle of the road, not necessarily rookies, but kind of more just learning the field. they get better as the film goes on. The film kind of ages like a nice fine wine when you really think about it. I liked it a lot better than the other movie I saw that night, you know, Ant-Man. We'll get to Ant-Man when I get to it here, but I enjoyed Operation Ruse more than I enjoyed Ant-Man Quantumania by far. Just because it was more funny and was a little less predictable than Ant-Man Quantumania was. I'm going to get more into that when I do that film review. But for the most part, the film I feel was well paced. I don't feel like it needs any extended editions. It's appropriately paced, and it's definitely like an 8 out of 10 for me. Mike is hilarious, just seeing how his character is just doing all these sort of things, trying to keep up, but never. He's kind of just tricked left and right by Orson and everybody else throughout the flick. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious, seeing the whole aesthetic between Greg and Danny Francesco just play out, how they're both kind of bouncing off each other. You can tell that those two really have good chemistry together, acting on set. Hugh Grant just does an awesome job of portraying Greg. Oh yes, Nathan's like the boss guy, kind of directs him all. He's played by Carrie Elwes. He's the one that you see at the start, kind of pacing around while the little action scene plays. I feel like the momentum was really well paced in the film too, but like nothing was too outrageous about the film. You know, it's just crazy. I feel like there's really not much you can add to it to improve it. It's just not a 10 out of 10 because it's just, it had a little bit of that wow factor, but not quite enough of that wow factor for me. But I liked it a lot better than Ant-Man Quantumania for a long shot. I'll get more into that when I do that review on the specific film. Yes, I did enjoy the Operation Fortune Ruse de guerre. It was a fun film overall. I hope it does get a sequel, honestly, but it feels perfect as a standalone too. But honestly, I was hoping, that maybe we'd see a sequel to Inception by now. But who knows when the hell that's ever going to be made, if anything. I wonder what Christopher Nolan's up to. I'll have to look into what he's up to these days. It's been a while since I paid attention to him. Oh, what was that film? There was like a film where he did backwards, forwards, reversed everything and all that. That was a fun film. Whatever it was called. But yeah, I feel like that there was just not enough twist to really give it a 10 at the end of the day. A lot of good action scenes, and it's well worth your time. Definitely an 8 out of 10 for me. Hope you go see it and enjoy it, and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Killer Film Reviews.